Alright, we're back with the second game of the day. I realized I forgot to put the title down here for the last one, I think, and I remembered now because this game literally isn't listed on Twitch. I don't know how Twitch manages to not list this game. It's listed on YouTube. You know, shoutouts once again to YouTube for actually being the more functional of the two websites. But that's the state that this is in. That does happen sometimes with new game demos. So, we just came out of a game that was just a little jank. I expect this game to be more jank, but I feel like that kind of, like, is part of the charm of it. In this, I feel like this is one of those games, you know, this is the kind of game that I think McCaw should like, because he likes jank games where that's really part of the game's character. This is The Myth of a Godslayer. It is a top-down action RPG kind of thing. It has a lot of stats in it and stuff. We're going to start from the beginning. It does have, it does say continue here because I did try it out initially. I don't know why there's like a flickering underline underneath. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be there, if it's supposed to fade rather than flicker like that. Strange. Anyway, we're going to look at the store page first anyway, so we won't worry about that. The Myth of a Godslayer by Team EZ, but this is the only thing. It's not quite easy enough because it's the only thing they have listed on Steam. Follow Klane's mythical adventures in this top-down action RPG mixing combat, exploration, puzzles, and platforming. Travel through the new world, explore forgotten dungeons, confront terrible foes, and become a Godslayer. Yeah, seems kind of important. Although it does say it's a myth, so you know, you might become a Godslayer, you might not become a Godslayer. Let's see. What have we got? They do have a news post about the demo being available. About this game. The Myth of a Godslayer is a top-down action RPG mixing combat, exploration, puzzles, and platforming. Discover an original world inspired by Gallic, Celtic mythology, and great classics from the 16 and 32-bit eras, such as Beyond Oasis and The Legend of Oasis. Games that I have not played, so I might not be the target audience. I might miss a lot of references. I mean, I'm mostly coming from, you know, playing a bunch of East games and stuff like that. Get ready for a mythical adventure. The holy city of Pandora is in turmoil since the discovery of new lands beyond the borders of the known world. A merciless territorial war has broken out between the three divine clans to seize the resources of this new world. Follow the adventures of Klane, a divine warrior, in the service of a tyrannical god who will take advantage of this troubled era to achieve his own ambitions. And I guess that's why we are gonna end up slaying it. Spoiler alert. Explore the new world. This vast continent is full of secrets, forgotten dungeons, and ferocious monsters. Explore devastated lands, gloomy swamps, lush forests, ancient temples. Stay alert. Random events will occur regularly during your excursions. Rare monsters, enemy patrols, weather effects, challenges of all kinds. Exploring the new world is never boring. Get stronger. Find, buy, or craft your gear, and then add gems onto it to upgrade it. Learn combat arcanas. Is arcanas... Is that right, or is arcana still also the plural version? Here's some elemental techniques long forgotten. Use divine artifacts that will help you fight your enemies, explore the new world, and solve its many puzzles. Earn the favor of an ancient deity and gain divine gifts, powerful passive effects that will strengthen you. Discover Pandora, the holy city. As the world's political center, the city of Pandora houses the headquarters of the three divine clans and their respective gods. Help the citizens of Pandora. Whether human, draconian, or pixie, many residents will seek Klane's assistance. Harness the expertise of Pandora's finest artisans to craft your own gear using resources from the new world. Prove yourself in Pandora's famous battle arena by facing off against hordes of enemies and the world's fiercest warriors. Uh-oh, there's arena battles. There's also screen shake and falling rocks in the video game. Although it looks like they, like, came up out of the ground to begin with, so I don't know if falling is really telling the whole story. Arcanum is the singular, good point. Yeah, so Arcanas with an S definitely isn't correct. Fight for the glory of your clan. The three divine clans clash in a permanent war for the conquest of the New World's territories. Participate in battles against the opposing clans to increase the size of your territory. Wait, are we playing Risk? Face the most formidable of the divine warriors, the commanders of the divine armies. Distinguish yourself in the new world by performing feats to increase your personal renown, and thus gain the favor of the inhabitants and merchants of Pandora. You know what's funny is I was just starting to play another demo, a side-scrolling action-adventure yesterday that felt like it had a similar component to it. Idosra was the one that I was playing yesterday. I hope to get back to that at some point if it's still available, because I did not get to play all of that yet. Didn't have time. Other notable features. A fully 3D collision engine in a colorful world with 2D graphics. About 20 different environments and more than 650 unique maps to explore. More than 60 unique enemies to fight, including around 20 bosses, as well as many variants. So they're saying variants on... There's 60 before you start adding variants, is what we're saying here, I think. Which, that's a lot. Fully customizable controller and keyboard controls. It's sad that this has to be listed. It's like, yes, there are demos that forget to let you rebind shit. It's like, yes, we are going to pat ourselves on the back for doing the bare minimum and point it out, because other demos are that fucking bad. You're welcome. 4 difficulty modes and an optional help system for some puzzles. Extensive optional content including quests, additional dungeons, and many secrets. 2 different endings. Claims ultimate fate is in your hands. Oh, so maybe it is a myth of the Godslayer, because maybe you do and maybe you don't. Alright, minimum OS requirement is Windows 7. Shoutouts again to the pinnacle of Windows operating systems. It's only downhill from there. Graphics, integrated graphics card. In other words, the demands should be pretty low. Dual core 2 GHz or higher. Yeah, you could run this on like my previous computer before this one, in its original state in 2006, probably. And it's pretty low on disk space requirements as well. Alright, let's jump into the game and at least start by looking at the options. I might see if I can increase the volume a tiny bit. Hang on a second. That's funny. That's actually really neat. I don't know if I've ever seen a game do that. So if I'm using the mouse, my cursor's over on the right side here. And if I press a button on the controller, it actually animates over, and it's like, oh, yeah, your pointer's over here now. I don't know if I've ever seen a game do that before, and that might be the most awesome game that this video game does. Most awesome thing that this video game does. Which is not to say I don't trust it to do other awesome things. I just think that particular UI detail is particularly great. Alright, settings. This has multiple languages. We were just talking about me being surprised that the other game I was playing did not have multiple languages. And lo and behold, we have another game that is English and French, specifically. It's not the first demo of the week I've played that has specifically those 2 languages. Ghost tips. It really is ghost tips. Like, I mean, that's what that looks like. Well, actually, so... This kind of comes off as, like, ghosts of help, more literally, so, like, helpful ghosts, that kind of thing, whereas this says ghost tips. So, I assume that means that our help tooltips are actually, like, brought to us by ghost figures or something. We'll have to find out. So, message speed. I did change this, because it was... I don't know what it was at by default. It was probably at 3 by default. But it's like, I don't want to wait to read messages. It's like, hell, you could give me an instantaneous option, and I might use it. But this at least lets us still see, you know, the little text effect. Alright, let's look at the graphics settings. So, what I like about this is they give you a preview. So low gets rid of a lot of, like, the extra visual effects, including reflections and probably also shadows, which shadows are probably important. I mean, it looks like you can jump in this game from what we saw in the animations in the Steam store page. Also, I just realized I forgot to reset my timer from the previous game. Let's fix that. Maximum... I don't know if that's technically just another reflection, but it's like, that almost seems worse. It's like, that seems more visually busy, and I might actually not want that. But I guess for sake of argument, we can try maximum and tone it down if we feel like it's too much. So scaling mode, you can stretch it, which of course makes it wider. Not too much wider though, because like this is, the default aspect is very close to 16:9. Maybe it's 16:10 by default, I'm not sure. Integer leaves it at, like, an original, like, perfect multiple of the scale. But, like, it's funny, because I've seen some games where, like, you know, scaling by a fraction looks really, really bad. In this one, it doesn't look terrible. So as much as I would like to do integer scaling, it's kind of unfortunate that integer scaling is that much smaller than full screen for 1080p. We've got VSync option. We don't have a frame limit option, but it's probably not going to matter. Again, this game can run on any old integrated graphics and any old CPU from 2 decades ago, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. You do have some choices of filters here. I think they do apply right away. You can even see it apply in the text, but like look at the dude on the right. Look at Klein. And you can see how it changes things. Actually, it's noticeable in, like, the shadows, too. But anyway, we're not going to play with a filter. Because I mean, like, they make things look sharper and higher definition, but I think they make things look weird. And I'd rather see how the graphics were initially designed. Although, again, like, arguably, you would probably want to use integer scaling to get the purest experience in that regard. But I want to be able to see things at full size, so. Smoothing. Is this also... Like, is this in addition? I'm not even sure what this is doing off... Yeah, no, it is... What's weird is it's actually making things sharper, too. Like, look at the confirmed text at the bottom right, which I'm kind of almost covering. It actually makes that look easier to read. So, there, you know, there's some argument for turning that on, actually, but again, I'm going to keep it off. So, style. This is basically, like, your actual, like, screen filter. Modern kind of, like, roasts all the colors. And retro adds, like... dot matrix effect kind of to it, and makes it really hard to see what you've selected in the options, like good luck reading light green on light yellow. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it on default. They do have colorblind modes in here. I can't speak to how good they work because I'm not really subject to them. So that's your options. Audio settings. Oh, I actually don't have this at full volume, so I could stand to increase this more to make it a little more audible on stream. I guess we'll do that. And yes, there's dialogue noises in this. That's right, I think why I had lowered it was mainly to, like, correct for the sound volumes. Maybe I will do that. Alright. Also, for some reason, the confirm button just moves this to the right. You have to hit back. Like, it actually saves when you hit back. Key configuration. So this is keyboard, and we can switch over to gamepad with the bumper buttons. So here's your gamepad controls. If I recall correctly, both the D-pad and the analog stick work for movement in this. You've got... So, you cannot independently configure confirm and cancel versus jump and other stuff. So you've got jump and artifact bound to the confirm and cancel buttons. Action, which is your main attack, I guess. Arcana, which is like your magic attack, I suppose. Of course, they did talk about that in the store page. Target enemy, dodge, modifier for item shortcuts, that's right, trigger. So, this is kind of like how you would use skills in some of the newer East games, although I think, well, you can configure which button toggles that mode, whether it's a trigger or bumper or what. Quick artifact selection is on left trigger, so both triggers have to do with selecting things, basically. Next artifact / analog stick selection. Kind of confused here, because next artifact looks, like, grayed out, too. And then previous artifact has no binding, but I assume that left trigger serves the same purpose. And you can add menu shortcuts, but... I assume you would be taking away from, like, your D-pad movement or something. I'm not going to mess with that. Map does have a shortcut to the back button. You can even bind things directly to change display and scaling modes. Jeez. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Gamepad icons. Does that... Yeah, that changes it right up here. What does NES look like, though? Oh, it's... NES is the wrong term to use. This is Switch. But I guess, did they figure they didn't have room for Switch because they would have to scrunch it between PSX and generic? But yeah, that's your Switch controls. It's like they meant Nintendo, but Nintendo definitely wouldn't fit. But NES sounds funny because it's like, dude, you only have like 4 buttons on that controller. What are you talking about? You can't be serious. And no, that's not what they mean. On keyboard, this is one of those games that defaults to arrow keys and, like, ZXCV. Z is actually quick artifact selection. That's interesting. I thought Z was usually, like, one of the primary action buttons in that kind of layout. Anyway, we have achievements in here. You don't get, like, hints on them or anything, so... let's start the game. We're not going to worry about achievements that much. Okay, right, and then you've got difficulty settings and what they modify. So, beginner scales down how much damage you take, how aggressive and tanky enemies are, their chance of dropping healing items, and whether you're allowed to retry directly or not. Once you get... See, I find it weird that this doesn't color everything it changes red, because, like, this colors everything above the, like, 4th option and 4th line and above blue, because all those things are lower. But for some reason, like, this is, say, you take, like, more than half additional damage in addition to the base damage, and yet that line isn't colored at all. Like, that seems kind of important. Enemies are a little bit tankier and are more aggressive. Enemies drop healing orbs less often. You don't have the retry option. And then on Insane, you take over double damage, almost 2.5 times. Enemies are even tankier. I do appreciate that the tankiness isn't too heavy-handed, because, like, that's, again, harkening back to McCaw streams, one of the first things he will tell you is the worst way to scale difficulty is to make enemies tankier. It's the most boring way to scale difficulty. So, the damage you receive being scaled is kind of like the main lever they're using. And then just no healing orbs whatsoever, so it's completely unforgiving. And, of course, retry is still not available. They do tell you at the end, though, that difficulty can be reduced anytime during game. They say specifically reduced, which, I mean, like, that is the important part to focus on. But I don't know how heavy to read into that. Does that mean I can only go lower and not higher, or can I go either direction? Anyway, we're gonna do normal. Thunderlands. I immediately think of something out of one of the East 4, like, 90s games. Yeah, it's like the thunder and lightning, the sealed door, everything. Oh no, we have lightning flashes, speaking of which. So yeah, I'm using analog right now, and it's totally fluid, but you can also use D-pad. It does seem to, like, kind of smoothly transition to diagonal, so it's not, like, super precise when you switch. And they're telling us how to jump immediately. You know, these graphics actually make me think a little bit of Lagoon. Like the wall graphics. Welcome to the Steam Next Fest demo. Alright, what can we buy? What are you buying? We have 40 gold. We have, I assume that's small flask and throwing knife. We don't have any kind of, like, additional description of items, though. Interesting that there's a sword option, even in... Oh! Wait. Oh, wait, no, it does. On some things it does. I think I accidentally switched tab here because... I see, so sorting just goes in between them. I don't understand what the first column is supposed to be indicating, because it has a number sign on it, but it's just an icon. It might be like a type sort of thing at some point. But you can sort by any column here, which... I guess sorting by value might be useful. Right now, everything is the same value within each screen, so not really. So quantity is telling me how many I already have. You have throwing knives in this. Apparently we're playing Shinobi top-down or something. We We've got gems, which increase resistance. Are these... What I'm wondering immediately is, are these equipables or what? Also, I notice our renown is over on the right, so maybe that affects shot prices. Our renown is E right now. Standard soldier blade. Oh. Does this literally have materia slots? Is that what we're looking at here? Because it shows, like, red and blue gem slots there. Now, keeping in mind they do have the colorblind options, but I do wonder if it would be worth having, like, using some kind of icon in addition to color to indicate the gem slots. Because, like, there's clearly icons on these. So, like, potentially use some kind of iconography form of, like, the symbols inside each of these for this instead. Okay. But again, so these tell me how many I have. These do not, so I don't know if I'm already equipped with them. I should go check. Got an antidote ring that fully resists poison. We can also sell stuff that we have. But we can only sell consumables, materials, and gems. There's no, like, equipment to sell. Is that because I don't have any? Or... Let's see what we can see in here. We've got... That's a weird way to do the menus. So the menus are icons, but the thing you're focused over, the icon literally disappears. So it's like a weird game of Where's Waldo, where you lose as soon as you point at him. Let's look at equipment. We have Blunt Gladius and Damaged Breastplate. So yeah, the equipment in the... and this has slots for blue items, I guess, specifically. There is an icon in there, but it's really hard to see. What else? We've got a few menus we can't access yet. We've got artifacts. Again, I almost want to wonder if this is a proton bug and this isn't supposed to happen. It just seems really strange that you would, like, mask the item when you're hovering over the item. Like, because this even has, like, a focus indicator ring, which is good, and it's like, why wouldn't you just leave the item there? So I hope that's a bug. You can equip this. It might already be equipped. There's supposedly descriptions, but there's nothing up there, so that might be kind of unfinished. I'm worried this demo might need more time to cook, too, just in terms of the UI. Okay, so you can assign the shortcuts here. And you can see what they are in the top right, actually. So, I can't believe we have artisanal bombs. They're not just bombs, they're artisanal bombs. So yeah, it looks like we have artisanal bomb on the top button, panacea on the right, flask on the bottom, and throwing knife on the left right now. It does show their value right there, too. Okay, so maybe we want to actually buy equipment, because it seems like it's going to be better than what I have right now. And he actually did say something different there. Need anything else? Okay, yeah, so I guess that was the icon that was technically inside that dark blue indicator in the menu. I was thinking it looked like a flame, but no, it's like a droplet. That's the thing, is like when the icon is so dark that you can barely see. Actually, is it here too? It is here too. It's just so dark, there's basically no contrast. There is technically an icon inside of each of those gem symbols on the right. Like, I was talking about icons before as if this didn't have any, because I literally didn't see them there. Because they're basically invisible. So, should I get these? I could get one of these. Antidote ring sounds probably more important, honestly. Or we could get a stronger sword. But we have a sword. I don't know how soon we'll need the antidote ring. We might be able to come back to this guy, too, for all I know. Let's hit things harder first. But I do kind of wish that they would, like, compare against what you have equipped right now. Yeah, because see, like, this is strength plus 4, this is strength plus 6, hit points plus 10, but this is, like, extremely old school in that it doesn't just, like, actually show you your stats and the diff in stats when you apply this. You would have to go out here to see that. And actually, I forget, is there... Yeah, there's multiple pages here. There's tons and tons of stats. So good luck keeping all of those in your head. Interesting. Wait, damage to thrown / vulnerable is 150%. Crit is 150%. What's giving me the 150%? I have no idea. Is that just my base stat for some reason? That seems weird. Unless it's the artifact that I have that doesn't have a description. I don't know. Anyway, let's go kill things. Wait, I had opened the menu while I was talking to him? Hang on. Yep, you can open the menu while you're talking to a dude. You can't open it now. Okay. You can open it while a dialogue bubble is open, but not when a full-blown menu is open. But that still seems kind of like an oversight. That's a save. Okay. It literally just says Steam Next Fest demo. It's probably like a single... I don't know if it's normally like a main quest title or anything, like a chapter title. Use the needle of... Oh, that's what the needle is for. Okay. Oh, okay. No, we need to use that to get in. That's what these things are about. So, we already have our first puzzle device. Alright. Now it tells us about the main menu, which I've already been all over, so... Are they gonna make me open it anyway? Now, let's go through here. There's clearly some stuff up there. Whoa! Gee, ow! Can I stun them? I can stun them with the needle that I have. So it's a puzzle device, but also a stop messing with... Ow! Jeez. They can stun me, too. Alright, he's dead. I think I just shocked him to death. Alright, we've got pottery breakage sounds. What? Whirling attack? Oh, good lord. That's the whirling attack. Oh, hey, guess what? I should have gotten the antidote ring. The second room I'm in, I'm poisoned. I wonder whether I'm better off... Viscous matter. Alright, I'm already healing, but it's also telling me to use a healing flask, which, like, yeah, it's on the bottom of the 4 things up there. Is that because of a thing I picked up, actually? Because I just noticed the thing at the top. That's what it was. And now we're actually full. So... yeah, you can do it just, like, tapping each direction. And you can do it really quickly, too. Because I was going to say, it kind of stinks that you have to move to do it, but you kind of don't. You can spin in place and do it. That's the wrong button. That's the interact button. Oh, but I can only... But there's stuff in there. Maybe there's another one? Or maybe I can come through again? Okay. We're already playing Crystallis here. We've got moving platforms and jumping across them. Oh, bye. No! Now where am I? Oh, it just puts you back at the beginning and, like, steals your health. Okay. So are these things actually... I was thinking that the things over here were calling them and moving them. No, I think they are. Oh, I almost messed up there. Yeah, so you actually do need to race this and get onto it really quickly. That's a little bit tight timing. Yeah, okay. I didn't actually want to do that. Sage leaf. What does that do? What even is that? That's materials, okay. Yeah, so, like, there's the description placeholder at the top, but it seems like nothing has descriptions yet. Again, unless this is bugged playing in Proton. I forget if I had to use an old version to play this. Like one of the games I installed, I had to do that. Let me check really quick, because I'm also... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I also wanted to double-check something... Where's my mouse? There we go. Yeah, this is one that I had to play through Proton. I didn't have to change the version, though. I'm not using a weird version of it or anything. Oh, jeez. S-flask. Tin ore. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I like the part where they weren't moving. Oh, okay, so each one does one side. Is there a reason to do both of them? Yes. Each one opens one gate. Okay. Yep, I'm not doing this very correctly. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have to do each side. Are we back in this room we started in? Yeah, we are. Still don't know what that thing's about. Also don't know how we get there. Also don't know what the meaning of the colored things is. Alright, how much gold do we have now? Okay, we do get our... Oh, that's unfortunate. That should be an instant heal. Come on, haven't you guys played any East games? That should just be like heals you on the spot. You shouldn't have to stand there waiting for it. I don't even know how much money I have, but we're gonna find out. I still only have 14? Okay. Since I don't know what anything is for, could I just sell stuff is the question. Because I would imagine I could get it back? Actually, that's a good question. Will those enemies show up again? Let's test that first. Are they actually permanently dead? Oh my god, they might actually be permanently dead. Gotta wonder about that. You would think there's gotta be ways to farm. Cool, nothing I can do about that. Nocturnal birdwing. Hey, we found gold. Can't believe a bat had gold. Alright, so one of these has a break in it, which is presumably, like, not gonna do anything. Oh, or it'll drop more rocks on me. Okay, that's good to know. I do think the gates are a little unfortunate because it's very hard to tell what's up versus down when it's completely sideways like that. I'm gonna just go get my health back. Because falling rocks happened. It's weird how it does, like, this thing where there's, like, a gap between the green and the blue, and then it catches up while it's still filling up. Which I'm guessing is just an artifact of how healing normally works, but it doesn't really account for, like, you know, gradual healing. Oh, and suddenly we have spotlight for some reason. Now seems like a good time to use the whirlwind. I guess I'm glad I went the other way first and learned about whirlwind. That's a gap, so we don't want to hit that. That's definitely a gap. This seems promising. There you go. Oh, I was hoping the lights were just gonna stay on now, but no. Like, congratulations, you opened the door. Fuck you, you're still not allowed to see anything. More chests in here. It's a bounce pad. Okay. There we go. Ladder. Oh, what? Oh, wow. That advanced much more quickly than I thought it would. Yeah, what the heck? Oh, I'm assuming there's a gap there, but it's not. It's a step. Oh no, this is gonna be a little bit like crosscode where you can, like, get confused about, like, the verticality of things. Throw gem. Don't throw gem, equip gem. I don't even know. Right, I did get this, which has a slot for that. Oh, that's actually kind of weird how, like, it's discolored when you're in the other side of the menu. Throw attack power plus 10%. So this is for throwing consumables like the knives and whatnot, which I haven't been using because I have, like, 2 of them. Once it's said it cannot be... Oh, it's alright, it's not materia. It's more like something out of frickin', like, Torchlight or something. Although technically those can still be recovered, it'll just kind of cost you. I'm not even going to use that then. We'll see if we find something that's more relevant to my interests. I guess we're going up again. Am I supposed to land on that? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, right. There was a ladder on the other side, though. Hang on. Got ladder sounds. That was health that I didn't need. Okay, either side would have gotten me to the same point. So I kind of took the hard way by going across the really thin post. Oh, just when I was talking about not having many throwing knives. Whoops. Oh, jeez, we got spikes. So there's technically a tell for it. It's pretty low contrast, so you have to be paying attention. Arena. I like how the bats... Wait, I landed on that bat. Okay. Oh, shit. I wasn't in that. I was in that one. Oh, don't walk into the poison. I walked into the poison. Yeah, I guess I should use the flask. What the? They've got a cannon? That's hilarious. The problem is you really don't have time to look for the frickin' spike traps. And the problem is your weapon takes so long to attack, you're just sitting there. So it's like if you notice the spikes coming after you have pressed the attack button... Oh, you're an enemy. Okay. Now this is good, actually. Yeah, I should always be leading with stun. But yeah, I don't really like how committal the attack is when you can end up, like, attacking yourself into a... Like, power sliding yourself into a trap tile. Oh, cool. That would have been cool to have during the fight. Oh, well. It does pause the timer countdown when it shows cutscenes. Oh, does this go back to the beginning? Cool, I'm gonna save with 3 seconds on that timer. I'm actually kind of curious whether it'll save with the 3 seconds on that timer. I'm gonna test that. Can I actually, like, reload from here? No, I can go back to the title screen, though. So we're gonna find out right now. Yeah, it does save it. So does this actually go back to the beginning? It does, so that's what these tiles are. So what's the deal with the yellow one, though? So the blue didn't have that animation on it before, but now that we've activated this, it does. So this is actually a little bit Zelda-like in terms of that, you know, it's got, you know, you got the little puzzles. The sound of the enemies dropping in definitely feels very Link to the Past. I wasn't expecting this to remind me of Link to the Past, given, you know, Link to the Past doesn't have the 5 gazillion stats. Let's say. Brave warrior shall face the trial imposed by the divine. Then he shall brandish his sword and be rewarded for his valor. Okay, it's just a gold... We've already seen a palette swap. Remember the whole thing about 60 enemies? Oh, he's got 2 life bars. This is actually a brawler. What the heck? What was that, like, freeze motion there for a second? What the heck was... I did a freaking backflip or something, or somersault. was hoping these guys would just die. Okay, so it's like back forwards gives you the flip attack. I just found that one out by accident. And we got an ability. New Arcana learned. A new Arcana is available. The Arcana menu has been unlocked. Lane now masters the Assault Arcana and Lightning Slash. Oh! Wait. Oh, but no, that's a different combo. I also didn't pay attention to the last toast down there because I was busy reading this message. Maybe don't give me multiple things to read and competing parts of the UI at once when one is timed. Use direction plus same direction plus Y to perform this fast and powerful attack. However, its use consumes action points, which I assume is that lower meter that exists now. That is only half full. Alright, let's go back and get our health back and save. And wait for our health to recharge. Like, this... I'm worried about how that's gonna scale as you get more hit points from leveling up and stuff, because, like, in East games, even the newer East games, you can wait a while to recharge HP, because, you know, even when it recovers, like, 100 every few seconds, well, when you have 4,000 HP, it still takes a while. Is this... I guess this entire place is called Tyrannus' Workshop. Alright, well, they give us 2 doors. I think they both go to the same place. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. There's a level up. I don't know if that restores HP. You can get all sorts of... What? I'm going fast now. This might be bad. Oh, it makes our attacks... it makes our attack rate faster, too. That's the actual god tier skill right there, or buff. Why do I still feel like I'm going fast, actually? I'm gonna look under a rock. Oh. It's copper, actually. I don't know how to get to that. Can I? Oh, that's how. Okay. Zircon. It's funny how much this game allows you to, like, prioritizes mountain goating. Incentivizes it. Oh, we need a key. The lock literally shakes its head at you. You don't have a... Uh-oh. It's more falling rocks in the video game. Ah, jeez. Can I actually go this way, though? I can. There's nothing over here, but I can go over there. That's a little awkward. What? That's a wall! Shit. It is kind of easy to confuse the wall and floor textures here. Because, I mean, to be fair, they're kind of a similar color. What is the point of this? Oh, that's the point of this. Oh, geez, there's 3 of them. Kind of see it. The middle one's obviously the real winner. There we go. Bronze ring. And then they haven't... Yeah, okay. Obviously, if they didn't have another orb here, you would be trapped. Whoa, geez, how did I not screw that up? Oh, and healing. That's nice of them. Let's see what that bronze ring does. Increases a bunch of stats. Alright, cool. We still don't have the key, though, right? So, we gotta go the other way first, I guess. See, I actually appreciate that more because, like, you know where they are at all times. Not gonna surprise you like that room with the fight in it, where I got stabbed, like, multiple times by spikes. How many files are there anyway? 16. Okay. They're Roman numeraled. Okay, we gotta do something over there for something in here eventually. Oh, I can move it. And I guess the hook is to give you an indication that you can pull it too. Clearly that doesn't need to be like all the way over on the wall necessarily. Did I actually move it all the way by accident? Yeah, I did. You've got a I'm tired, stop making me do shit that's impossible noise. And it's gonna show us the other room. I could do without the fade to white. Make it a fade to black. It's okay, developers. You don't need to flashbang everybody. Alright, so we're gonna have to go do something else to get the other gate there, I guess. Oh god, what am I looking at? Alright, well this is connected. So this is another one where as you do more of these, you're going to pay for it. There's only 2 correct answers, though. And I think the top left is already one of them. It would be really funny if one of the ones on the left were actually also the answer to the right, or vice versa. So, actually, hang on. I should be looking for what powers this, right? Although it's probably the same one. Actually, multiple of them power this. Like, this only powers that. That actually seems bad. Whereas this one looks like it's wrapping around and then going up here, so it looks like I want to hit, actually... That is a gap right there. That's really freaking evil. Like, right where the texture changes, there's a gap, so you're likely to overlook it. So actually, I think we want to hit that one. Okay. Maybe we don't have to make these things shoot at me this time. I was initially assuming we would have to, because that's how the other room worked. Alright, so what I should be doing, if I'm a smart person, is trace back this way. Like, why am I tracing from every individual one when there's, like, 9 of them? There is actually 9 of them. There's one in the center, too, for some reason. Does one of them power this, too, though? Yeah, and that's also connected to that. Or it's not? Oh, no, because that also breaks with the texture. This one is connected to that. And there's a chest up here. I should really try the bombs and knives and stuff. Lug, Stellar God, helps the lost travelers by giving them a second chance to solve the puzzles they face. Okay. So in other words, if you screw up, you should stand there. Yeah, what actually are we looking at here? Oh, yeah, there's your reset puzzle. Okay. Like... Can I not move it from this side? Yes, I can. Oh, but... Can I move it down? No? Oh, I can do that. Okay. And then I can go up here and move it the rest of the way. Like, I don't know if these need to be moved for this to work. Is that the idea here? Yup, okay. So the reason to reset is so that if you push something into a place that you can't get it out of... I can't push that way? Oh, because there's something behind here blocking? But then I can't push it anyway. Oh, I see. That path is going all the way there. Seems like pushing that to the right isn't going to help. I need to pull it from this direction. That's what I need to be doing. I can't push that more than that? Really? Okay, but I can do that. And then, oh. I might have screwed it up. Like, I can probably open that one. I guess you would have to do this multiple times to do everything in the room anyway. I don't know if there's a requirement to do all of them. Also, lightning gem. I can go... Oh, this is the other side of that. Okay. So this is actually going to be a shortcut then, if this opens the other gate? Yep, okay. Now we want to do this. Oh god, why do you insist on flashbanging everybody? Stop doing that. So now I think what we want to do is... You gotta be like right up on that and not moving in order to push that. We gotta do that and then push this one over there. Seems like a trap. Oh, that's where the key is. Oh boy, what is that thing? Oh, jeez. Oh, you can interrupt them? Oh, that's big. What the? Do they always split like that when they die? Like, he died anyway. Alright, let's say we try a bomb. Let's say I just miss entirely. Ow. Holy shit, this guy means business. Okay, they do give you a warning, but again, you only have so much time to react, and if you committed to an attack, it's probably too late. What? I tried to use a bomb, and it didn't do the thing. There we go. There you go! Vaporized one of them, and this guy was half dead. I assume topaz is just a material. Also, I haven't tried the frickin' Arcanum, have I? Oh, I got an antidote gem at some point. When the hell did that happen? That might be helpful. And yes, this is your unequipped weapon at this point. Yeah, so the different gems are materials. This shows that. So I could technically put antidote gem in here, or I could go upgrade my armor at some point and then put it in the new armor, hopefully, if it has that kind of slot. Does it tell me how much? Oh, it tells you at the top right how much gold you have. Yeah, I have more gold now. I could do that potentially. So is it actually faster for me to go out this way? Oh, yeah, because I don't have to go through that, throwing trap again. So, if we want, we could go out and buy something. So, let's do the armor. And then we don't really need to buy the antidote ring because we could slot the antidote gem into the armor. I'm wondering how common the individual gems are. So this goes from defense 4 to defense 6 plus stun resistance. Which stun is presumably what did happen to us from the electric robot guys before. go in here. No, wait. Lightning gem isn't what I want. Although that boosts your Arcana power. I don't know if it matters whether you put this on a weapon or an armor, honestly. But yeah, might as well do that. That's only 50% though, whereas the equipment was 100%. Like the accessory. Okay, so we have the key, so now we want to go back this way. Oh, these guys are back. It's the first time I've seen enemies respawn, so they do respawn. I didn't get poisoned, so there you go, it works. There's our key being used. Real shit. There's your lightning strike. Wow, you can hit multiple dudes at once. Oh, there's a frickin' the same combo sequence with the regular attack button also does a thing. Does like a sonic boom. Oh, and it's a frickin' lunge attack too, dude. That's kind of major news. Oh, see, I got there's the 50% stun not working. That hit multiple dudes. Oh, jeez. I ran right into that. You can stun multiple dudes with the needle at once. I feel kind of bad stunning the good boys, but they're not actually good boys. They're fighting me. What? I didn't think he was ready to, you know, break out a stun that soon. I don't have any bombs left now, so this is a travesty. Why was I facing that way? I thought I turned to the right. Okay, so yeah, they're also hurts so much, dude. Oh, that still does a lot of damage. Also, that does a lot of damage? I don't know. That seemed like it did a lot. Like, I thought he still had quite a bit of health left and he was just gone. No, he does two in a row? That seems kind of nasty. Alright, that was a big heal there, and there's a bomb to make up for our trouble. There's even more heals. And we're clearly they want you to do that in the middle. Okay, here's a save and also the other warp point. Wasn't there still... I know there's the pad out here, but is there anything else up there with it? I forget. There's also a gray one there. We might get some kind of movement tech. The gray thing might also be an actual portal that activates. Well. Alright, what are we activating here? Again. I suspect there might be an issue with, like, not enough dead zone, and that might be how I ended up facing the wrong way before. Oh, you can stun it out of the roll? Oh, that's also kind of big news. Oh, it's just one after the other, okay. And also falling rocks. I can't actually... Oh, this is blocking stuff. I need to move all of these? Wait, how? Can't I just move it? If I do that, then I can move this left and get down here and move this right. You have to not be moving in order to push those. Pass under? Wait, right bumper. Have I had this move the entire time and not been using it? Okay. You've got secrets. I forgot I had a dash. Yeah, right, that's the dodge button. We did get tutorials for a few, like, moves, but they didn't remind us about the dodge. So I completely forgot it. Oh god, now I gotta do way more of these. That'll work, that's fine. Yeah, right. The previous game we played was definitely worse in terms of dodges. I should check for, like, side passages, because look up there. It is interesting that I did not... I certainly wouldn't have expected the dodge to have a crouch side ability. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Oh, because this actually goes through. That's why. Oh my god. Whoa, oh, jeez, dude. It's like on top of them too now. I don't know why that's wider. Oh boy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there needs to be a reset in this room. There is. The problem is, you have to go all the way out from the other freaking room to freaking start this. Yeah, so you can only do one of these at a time. But also this one... Okay, you don't want to go up from there because... Wait, how does this even work? Okay, so that also goes up. What is our goal with this? It's kind of a better question to be asking. Like, I don't even know if I care about this. I guess we need to connect those. In which case... This actually needs to be here. That doesn't need to be there. What am I talking about? That needs to be up there. And there's not really any reason to do that, huh? So this is where you would get into trapping yourself, potentially. Although, I mean, you can pull things, right? So I'm actually still not sure why you would need to reset. Oh, well, you can't do that, so we have to do this one. That does mean that this whole bit is inconsequential, though, right? I should be able to move either one of these over, I think. Except... do that and then this. So now it should come in from below. Move across that, move across this, move across that. This needs to go to the top. And then we'll be done. It needs to be the other one. I put the wrong one over there. Oh boy. Okay. hope I didn't fuck myself over here. No, I think we're fine. So, that needs to use this one. We need to push this one. Yeah, I know. Suddenly they're making... I feel like they, like, forgot a middle step here before they just went into, like, hardcore mode. It's like, I could definitely fathom people looking at this and being like, oh, this is how it's gonna be? Alright, I'm out. Also, I was definitely thinking to myself when the store page was talking about, you know, the combination of action RPG and puzzles and stuff, I was like, this sounds like Crosscode and or Alabaster Dawn. Wait, where am I putting this? I fucking forgot what I was doing. We're not putting that over there, right? We're putting that over here? No. Where am I putting that? Yeah, right here. Okay. The problem is I need to get in there. How did I solve this the first time? I think this will be fine. I almost squished myself. They actually indicate... Okay, that's nice of them. They indicate to you when you actually got it right. So that you don't have to go 5 rooms away before finding out that you got it right or wrong. Oh, god damn it. Here, you got it right. Congrats. Get stabbed through the foot. Hey, there's another... Oh, not the rocks again, dude. We did this once already. How is there still... Oh, wait, no, that chest is open. I did get that. I was gonna say... Wait. Okay, that's actually... Didn't I fucking move every single one of these? I don't think it matters, though. The only thing that matters is this one, and this one's clear. So I think it's fine, but I'm still very concerned that, like, all of those got moved back. Okay, it kept these where they were. I was worried for a second. Where was the actual, like, thing I'm supposed to hit? I already forgot. I guess both the start and the end point are here. Yeah, okay. And there's also another side. So if I hit this, is it worth hitting this now? That got back awfully fast. That, like, just skipped the midpoint entirely. Just went off screen and came back on screen. I wonder if saving now will save it that way. I don't actually want to test that and find out the hard way, but I will save just in case it does work. Oh, yeah, I guess I need health, too. Because I stabbed myself. Well, we gotta do the other side. What is this side doing? What is that? Oh, well, geez, I'm surprised I didn't screw that up. Okay, so we do need to... Yeah, like, the ladder is clearly here to get you back up. Oh. Eventually they punish you. Well, I'm poisoned. Weird that I didn't get punished the first time. Yeah, just do that. That's a new one? Asus, God of Strength, supports the brave by boosting the regeneration of their action points. Okay. But apparently my max action points is, like, halfway up the meter, because it looks like there's more of the meter, so I'm kind of confused. Why are there 3 of these here? Well, I guess... Is this seriously just to, like... No, it's actually for every single one of them. Okay. Oh, and they go at different speeds. Okay, thanks. I hate it. And that one's actually the fastest. Okay. Wait, and it goes multiple times. Okay. Okay. Wait, there's a thing up there. How do I get the thing up there? Oh! That's what that is. Okay, cool. Oh, come on. Why, dude? There's no reason to punish me. I actually did it right. I just want to go back now. Well, at least they gave me health for my trouble. How do we get up there? I haven't seen any friendly fire among enemies yet, that's for sure. Yeah, so that makes that increase faster. I'm not really sure why. Like, that seems like a convenience thing more than anything else. You can actually start a special attack in midair. That's what I was just trying there. Yeah, I don't know how we get up there. That's a lot of sound. Oh, it's bats. Still don't know how bats drop in like that. Seems like a very not bad thing to do. I was too close to avoid that. I hit that the wrong way. You can't really do that, like, diagonally or anything. Oh, that was on the ground. I thought that was on the shelf. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, I feel like I kind of need to do this just to, like, be able to jump across. Well, actually, no. You can jump from one side to the other. That's not really a problem. How many of these are there, dude? If this is what this game is actually about, I'm not interested. Okay, so that side doesn't matter. This side can be either one of these, honestly. The question is what this seems like the critical one. The most critical one. This kind of goes all the way across there, if we could do that. That seems like it could work. Oh, you can actually do that like rapid fire, kind of. Alright, so do that. And then do this. That's actually fine. Like, as long as that one thing connects. The only problem here is... will this work? Yeah, well... that should be fine. Why isn't it giving me the sound here? That connects there, right? This goes down here, and then over here, and this goes over... oh, I fucked that up. What? Why is that moving multiple of them? I didn't realize that was the actual frickin' catch. Alright, those are all fine. Can I get the ones over here to behave? How many of them actually did that? Yeah. Oh, that also uses the AP meter. I guess? Like, why is it... yeah, now I have to wait for it. That's what you actually want the AP refill for. Why doesn't this room have that? I don't think that's what that was it? Is this an AP refill? Oh, that is an AP refill. I was thinking that was the reset thing, but it's not. They're kind of similar colors, right? So that's the only way that works, huh? Okay, so that's the catch then. So then this is the critical one of, like, how do you get this to play nice? Wait, doesn't that work? That's probably the only one that works. That also works. I actually line it up that way? Well. That should be fine. Either of those could be fine. Okay, yeah, that only goes that high. That's a reset. It has both of them in the same room. They're literally right next to each other. Okay. Oh, and that's what you can't do. Okay. So, it's kind of the combination of the left and right that actually, like the leftmost and the rightmost that tells you what you have to do. In this case. So that has to be that. Wait, we don't want that, actually. We want that. That will get us there. Which can be fine, I think. Couldn't that work? I need to update this. That should still work. Is there more to do down here? I don't think so. This is how we get to the chest, by the way. Poison smoke bomb. You don't even have to interact with that. He just does it automatically. Let's save where I put this. No, I don't think it's saved where I put I think it only... Does it only save it if you solve it? So it's just fucking reset. So why do you even need a reset button if you could just exit the room and it resets? Yeah, this is getting kind of stupid. This is not what I expected to turn me off of this game at all. I was worried that, like, the jank of combat would get in the way, but no, that hasn't really been an issue. This is an issue. Like, I don't know... Actually, wait, no, that was right. That there. Put this down there. That goes to this one. How did I do this last time? Do these both do the same exact thing? No? I don't think they do. Okay, yeah, so what's wrong with this? Why doesn't this work? This feels like it has multiple solutions. Because, like, that should work. That connects to this. This goes over to here. Oh, that connects to the bottom one. There we go. I don't know what I missed last time. Yeah, the last two ones being connected seems like a pretty awful gotcha. Like, the gotcha on this one is that it stops moving here, so you can't actually connect it to the top one. Because that was, like, literally the first thing I tried doing. But yeah, these two being connected is kind of awful. So now where am I going? I forgot. Oh, that doesn't work, huh? There's still stuff to get over there? Or is there yeah, there is something to get over there. I didn't pay attention to, like, where that comes out? Or does it come out? There's nowhere for that to come out. How do I get over there? Unless I can jump this, but... No, you can't land up there. Oh, can I air dash? No. And you can't jump while you're dashing either. I don't know if I can dash across that. I don't think I would trust that to work. Oh, you think? I didn't think the two lines mattered. Alright, this should work both ways now. So, Alright, I missed one chest. Was this actually the room with the save point? Yeah, it was. I'm saving again. I'll wait for my health to restore the first, though. The health restore should be instantaneous here. This is silly. I would like to get that other chest, but I don't know how to get it. Feels like you have to get to it from here. That does not work. Try one more time. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm trying to be too crafty going diagonal. Let me just try going across and see if it works. Oh, you can jump up ladders to skip climbing the whole thing. That does work. You just have to jump from edge to edge. Whirling gem. That's the wrong menu. What does whirling gem do? Power, strength +2. Whirling is whirling attack power, so it's like specifically that one ability. I should probably do strength +2 for now. Oh, I should have jumped across again. Alright, what do we have in here? Zoda fight from Star Tropics? Kind of. Prime Golem. He can stun you doing that? Oh, great, and he attacks with falling rocks in a video game. Thanks, I hate it. Oh, it's actually Gobbleon from the end of East 3, the Oath and Thilgana. And he's got multiple life bars. Ow. Okay, he does kind of chill out after, at certain times. Kind of wondering if there's meaning to the orbs down there. I doubt it. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Oh, well. Yeah, your attack leaves you open to damage so often. Like, definitely the worst thing about the combat is just that you're committed for, like, a full second after you attack. Yeah, so see the thing on the left with the multiple colors that tell... Oh, wow, he threw me a bone. Look at that. What a nice guy. Oh, those are not vertical. I have to jump over them or something. Also, I'm still not using dodge, oddly enough, but I should be. Oh, am I supposed to do this now? Maybe. Ow. Yep, okay. He's like, you rang. Alright, I got a bunch of free hits in there. Oh, gee, yep, it's a different phase of the Goblin fight. I actually did a dodge, imagine that. Oh, jeez, he's getting spicier. Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, I thought maybe I could do that, but I guess that's not actually doing what I thought it did. Oh, that does a bunch of, like, individual hits. What the fuck, dude? Dude just disappeared all of my health. Ow. Jesus Christ. I'm healing, but I'm getting hit at the same time that I'm healing. And you have a cooldown to when you can use items, apparently. Cool. I should have hit him while he was doing that. Namely, doing nothing. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna frickin' lose it on the last... How do you dodge that? Guess I'm chugging all my potions now. Okay, you can jump them. I was kind of thinking that originally, but then it seemed like it wasn't working, but now it is working. Wait, he didn't... He came up even before I did all of them. Shit. gonna use, like, all my freaking potions, dude. I gotta remember that the freaking throwing knives do 100 damage and just use those. Oh, they have a different cooldown, too. Use the bomb. Got him. Got him with the bomb. Nice, fiery evaporation. Demo is over. Thank you for playing. The game's release date will be announced shortly after the end of Steam Next Fest. Stay tuned. Okay, so it doesn't have a release date yet, but they plan to... Maybe that's, you know, that's not a bad strategy. Is, like, see what kind of feedback you get, and that gives you, you know, maybe an estimation tool. So that you don't overpromise and underdeliver. That would actually be a good idea. Especially given that, like, with the previous game I was playing today, I was literally just talking about, like... Their game felt very, like, unrefined, but they were looking to release 2 months from now, and I was like, well, I don't have high hopes for that then. So, like, this is potentially a better way to do it if it means they might adjust their time, you know, their timeline accordingly. I do think this is very charming in terms of, like, the art style and stuff. Add to wishlist, join Discord server, back to the title screen. No, I don't need to join more Discord servers. If anything, I need to join fewer Discord servers, and given the crap that Discord is doing and the crap that various governments around the world are doing, I think we should all go back to IRC, actually. But yeah, no, it's off to a good start. Like I said, I end up liking the committal attacks the least. Like, that was the thing that I had a problem with, because it just... You're a sitting duck whenever you commit to an attack. And I do think the puzzles might go a little harder than I would like. Because, like, I don't know, like, what... You know, is this a mid-game dungeon? Is this an early-game dungeon? What level, what tier of puzzle is that in the grand scheme of this game's puzzles overall? Because if it gets worse than that, I don't think I want to play it. Although it did say there was a hint system, right? So, and I guess I didn't actually test that. But, you know, it's at least possible to figure out, but it's the kind of thing that's like, okay, yeah, I get what you're doing. It's worn out, it's welcome. Please stop making them bigger. So I would definitely be curious how the puzzles are gonna scale, and whether I decide to play the full game or not might be heavily contingent on that. I do appreciate there being a dash, and actually I should test one thing. Thanks to the GGs, by the way. I want to test one thing. Wait, it saved me over here. That's weird. The save point's down there. What? How'd I get over here? Also, I never did figure out, like, what was that other... Maybe it's after the boss fight, normally. That, you know, there were still the other panels at the top of the beginning of the first room. Alright, what did I want to try doing? Oh, you can fucking dodge out of your attacks. Well, that solves everything. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, you can just freaking press the other way and dodge out. That's it. The attacks are not committal. They're committal in terms of your regular movement, but you could dodge cancel at any time. Okay, that's a game changer. I was doing it wrong. I mean, you saw that I was underusing the dodge to begin with. I was only finally starting to use it appropriately somewhat during the boss fight, because the boss fight definitely very much, like, increased the need to use the dodge. But that's the thing, is you need to... Let me test one other thing, then. Hang on. Because, like... Okay, no. So the dodge itself also has a cooldown, which also applies to moving and attacking. I wanted to see if you could dodge cancel and actually basically, like, turbo attack by dodge canceling. But you can't. So you can't abuse that, at least not that easily. If it's abusable, I haven't figured it out in 5 seconds, so, you know, that's a good start. But yeah, no, this is a lot less jank than I thought it would be, actually. The one thing that's always gonna be, like, kind of troublesome for me, because I'm a hoarder and I hate committing to shit, is the fact that gem binding is irreversible. I tend to just, like, that just grates on me in video games. I don't like irreversible things with my equipment. And that's another thing where it's gonna depend on how things scale in terms of, like, well, can I just, you know, if it's inexpensive enough to, like, buy another piece of equipment, or if we'll find equipment in the wild, which in this dungeon we didn't find equipment in the wild, by the way. But if we're likely to find, you know, equipment often enough anyway, I guess it's the two different sides of it, of the same coin too, though. It's like, if we find equipment that often, then I don't want to consume my gems on the worse equipment, because I want to wait till I get the better equipment to use it. It's like why I skip enhancing a lot of equipment in East games, because I would rather just save my resources for the next better weapon, and enhance that one. Except in East games, the pacing, at least in the earlier East games, like the Nepishtim era, pacing is often kind of predicated on, like, yes, you should actually work on leveling up each weapon you get. It'll make things considerably more reasonable for you. Although I think that's more of a thing for, like, that's more of a thing in, I guess, Origin specifically, because then you don't get new weapons. Like, the upgrade materials are arguably progression in each area, so that's kind of a different ball of wax. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling because I need to get going, actually, but this was pretty good. Like I said, in some ways this is better than I anticipated. It's just unfortunate that there are a couple of things that, like, grate on me, or I feel will wear out their welcome fast. But actually pretty damn good, so good job with this. I will be interested to see what the timeline ends up being on it.